Hey guys, it's SWTAK Brain Chanel here, back with a new rankings video, and this time is actually, not Pokemon, it is my top favorite wrestlers, and this is only WWE because I have not watched anything that's not WWE before. I haven't watched any wrestling that's not WWE, I've never watched AEW. So, of course, start off with number 10, which is Biggie, the new WWE Mr. Money in the Bank. The main reason I like him is because, power positivity is literally the best thing ever. And he's funny. And I don't know, he's part of the New Day. I love the New Day. So, yeah. There's not much to say about Biggie. He's pretty interesting. He's almost been every single tag team championship win for the New Day. He's the powerhouse. And he's probably the most positive out of all of them. Maybe. But number 9 is Finn Balor. Just so exciting to watch. So, that's all we really need in a wrestler. They're good on mic, they're exciting to watch, and they have a good gimmick, which combines all of those. And his finish is one of the best ever. Coup de Grace is just amazing, just stepping on them from the top rope. And his theme song's really good. Finn Balor's always been one of my favorites. And now he's number 9, even though it's definitely not the highest he's ever been. Number 8, Drew McIntyre. This guy has always been. When he came at the WWE, when he was a heel, I really didn't like him with Rob Ziggler because they were challenging my favorite wrestler at that time, Seth Rollins. And I shouldn't have said that, but whatever. Him and Dolph Ziggler were just really annoying. But now he's a face wrestler, which I think was a great idea to push away from the Scottish psychopath instead of just make him a really cool guy. And I was pretty mad when he lost to Bobby Lashley. Not Bobby Lashley, The Miz. But at the same time, I was like, I really like The Miz. He's not in this top 10, but I like The Miz, so I was fine with it. And now I really like Drew McIntyre. He's pretty good without a championship in his hands. But he's also good with one anyway. Number 7, Matt Riddle. Now, he's one of my favorite wrestlers since he's joined Raw. I never really cared about him in NXT because at that time I didn't watch NXT. And I still don't watch NXT too much anymore because I don't really like Karrion Kross. But Matt Riddle is just so funny. He's so charismatic. And he's just so funny in and outside the ring. I like him ring on a little bit less than other people do. I don't know about them being all tag team champions. Maybe. I won't be mad if they win it. But I think I'd rather see him win the US again soon. And hopefully he gets a really major push soon, even though he couldn't win the Money in the Bank. He's a really funny character. And actually, I really like when he gets serious too. Those RKOs. Just a great wrestler. Number 6, Sheamus. Now, when I learned about Sheamus, the bar Sheamus, the one with the Mohawk, I never liked him. He's a heel that rivaled the New Day, and I love the New Day. So, of course, I did not support him or Cesaro one bit. And then I learned about him back then with the cool haircut and the one who would contend with John Cena for the WWE Championship. So just contending for the SmackDown tag team. Which, how did he fall so low? How did they even do that? The haircut changed so much about him. And his theme song also got worse written in my face. One of my favorite theme songs of all time. So everything kind of just fell low. But when I learned about that Sheamus, that quickly became one of my favorites. And I also learned that he came back with a new haircut. He wants to just title against Matt Riddle, and everything's going right. A great heel, because it's pretty hard for me to like heels. So for a heel to be in my top 10. So if you're a heel in the top 10, that means you're a great heel. And Bro Kick is amazing. Number 5, AJ Styles. Now, this man was one of my favorite wrestlers for a pretty good time. So my first favorite wrestler ever was Seth Rollins. And then when he when AJ Styles won the WWE Championship, it was definitely AJ Styles. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, AJ Styles, dude, like, he was the coolest. He was WWE Champion. His finishers were awesome. His signatures were awesome. Everything was awesome. His theme song was awesome. Just, like, I bet you a lot of people that started watching WWE, by the time AJ Styles got that big push, AJ Styles was their favorite wrestler, just like mine. And even though he's not a favorite wrestler now, he actually fell pretty far. He will always be remembered as one of my favorite wrestlers and one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Number 4, Keith Lee. Now, the first thing I've ever heard of Keith Lee, first time I've ever heard of Keith Lee, was in the Great American Bash, which I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I watched it live or it was a replay, but I know I watched it on TV. I'm pretty sure it was live, but I don't know. I don't even know if Great American Bash can be live, or I'm just streaming or something. I'm pretty sure I watched it on TV live. But he defeated Adam Cole to become the North American NXT Championship. We were me and Kishan and KK were pretty happy. So, yeah, that basically was one of my favorite matches of all time. And other than that, I haven't been able to watch it much. I watched some of his old matches because, well, he was pretty cool to me. And he just came back, got bucket by Bobby Lashley, but he's still one of my favorites. And he'll be one of my favorites for a long time, as he came all the way to number 4. But speaking of number 4, next up is number 3, which is Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, just like AJ Styles, when Shinsuke first came into WWE, I loved him. I mean, no, I didn't love AJ Styles when he first came into WWE. I love AJ when he won the WWE Championship. But before that, I love Shinsuke since his debut. Like, Shinsuke was awesome. Everyone loved Shinsuke. And when he beat John Cena, to when he beat Randy Orton, to even when he lost to Jinder Mahal, I always loved him. And then he won the Royal Rumble, which I didn't watch that, but I knew because, word gets around. But then I knew, he's going to challenge AJ Styles. And so, me and my cousins and brothers were all anticipating AJ versus Shinsuke. I'm pretty sure we were all on Shinsuke's side, though, because Shinsuke was just the hottest wrestler at that point, probably. And then when he lost and turned heel, he was never the same. So, he's still cool now. When he turned face, he became cool again, which is why he's still number 3. He would have been way lower if he stayed heel. Number 2, your boy Kofi Kingston. Now, he's my favorite wrestler currently. Like, he's my favorite to watch currently, but he's not my favorite of all time. And he's not just my general favorite wrestler, just because the wrestler that's my favorite right now. The wrestler that's my favorite, that's on the top of this top 10, is my favorite of all time and my first favorite. But Kofi, he's my favorite currently, and I love the journey for Kofi. I love all of his championship wins. He beat Sheamus, he beat MVP, he beat so many good people. And then he joins the new. Okay. The main reason I like Kofi is the New Day. Like, I love the New Day. Xavier Woods, even though he's not in my top 10, he's probably in my top 30. Big E, as you saw, was number 10. And Kofi's number 1. Number 2, because he's just so amazing. He's my favorite wrestler right now. And I'm not much to go for. Of course I go for winners. Most people are really good wrestlers. But it's not like I'm going to start like start liking Bobby Lashley because he beat Kofi. No, I don't like Bobby Lashley too much. But I respect him, and I respect Kofi more than Bobby Lashley. I just love Kofi. He's always been in this company. Has one of my favorite finishers of all time. And just everything about him, his personality, his gimmick, and his WWE Championship are one of the best ever. But finally, I may have spoiled it, but number 1 is Seth Rollins. Now, the first thing I've heard Seth Rollins was back in probably around 2018, I think, when my cousin, you should subscribe to him, by the way, Donnie's Warrior, and what's his other, wait a second, guys. Wait a second. So subscribe to Legendary Scory Lemon, of course. Oh, shoot. Subscribe to Legendary Scory Lemon, Donnie's Warrior, Bob Dude, and Adonis J. They're all amazing YouTubers, and I pay subscribe all to all of them, including me. But he was the first person that taught me about Seth Rollins. He had Seth Rollins action figure, but the one with the blonde hair, the heel one that betrayed the Shield, which was one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite gimmick of all time. Maybe second to Monday Night Rollins, but when he betrayed the Shield, I still like them. Like, he was so amazing. Like, Seth Rollins. And his curve stomp and pedigree are both amazing finishers. But then he gets hurt. And he comes back, wins the Intercontinental Channel, hosts that a while after defending it successfully a lot, then wins the Universal. Now, that's my favorite Seth Rollins. Universal title Seth Rollins, yes. Even though he lost to Brock Lesnar, whatever, he cashed in. Seth Rollins cashed in was way better. That's the best cash in of all time. But like, everything about him, his finisher is my favorite finisher, curb stomp, Monday Night Rollins, and Betrayer Seth Rollins are my favorite gimmicks. And even now, even though I don't really love this gimmick, I like this gimmick. And I really hope that even if he doesn't win the Universal, which he's probably not going to beat Roman Reigns anytime soon, hopefully he'll at least win that Intercontinental title one day. And that'll make him even greater. Grand Slam champions, everything is awesome. Even his attires are some of the best. But I, of course, forgot to do an end screen, but that's okay. You guys can look at Seth Rollins as I close out this video. This is ExpoBT, aka Brain Nail. Adios.